My name is Milan van Staden. I am a domestic and a commercial gas installer. I have been an installer for the last 8 years and 15 years in the industry selling gas equipment. I am currently employed by Gas Piping Services. In the gas industry, there is a need for women to expand their trade outside of the usual norms like the health and beauty industry. Having women involved in this industry allows us to be more empowered and provides us with the confidence to do a job that is mainly male-dominated. Women are seen as being more approachable, allowing them to normally negotiate better deals, particularly if they're dealing directly with the homeowners or women who oversee the household affairs. Being a gas installer is a great opportunity for women to enable themselves to be self-employed and bringing a stable income for themselves and to provide for their families in the growing industry. This job takes a particular type of woman who is strong-willed, resilient, hardworking, persistent, and most of all can handle herself with confidence. There is a certain physical requirement to join, but nothing that can't be overcome. The tendency is to think that women are unable or not able to be physical in the workplace. This shouldn't apply as a general rule. We might need support on carrying certain items, but I have climbed in a ladder carrying around 15 kilos of giza and in a 3-meter above ground to install. And I did it alone, nearly got electrocuted, dodged the fence as the space is limited. My first job was I knocked down my client's gate, but because I did handle it well, I got more jobs from the same client. This job requires a meticulous and methodical approach where no stone is left unturned and a high standard is always maintained. Much of the job is about safety and growing one's client's base. And in general, women are fantastic listeners, able to communicate easily with one another and those around them. This is a huge opportunity for job creation and job opportunity. We can employ more people to help us with heavy lifting. However, we can provide essential skills in return. Example, the use of power tools. I have worked with men who don't necessarily know how to use the tools, although the assumption is typically that he would be more experienced than myself or another woman. Because there is a minute percentage of women in this industry, currently the competition is non-existent, and it means that growth for any woman who decides to take on this industry could be exponential. The greater the female representativity, the more possibilities to change and diverse the industry and the pathways to how things are currently done. With more experienced women in this industry, the potential to open women-empowered businesses and diverse services like consultant that project managers. It is different from the norm. Every day we learn something new. Every site is different. It is a daily life learning opportunity and not a routine. In my experience, 80% of the time, I am successful in winning the job when I visit potential client to provide code. I'm not a good salesperson. I'm too honest, so maybe it helps. When working in this industry, you are provided with additional skill set where you are in an environment that requires one to understand and handle tools of all shapes and sizes. In turn, this again empowers women to be self-sufficient. The reward of the job is that it is not just mentally challenging, but physical as well. It is being able to see the fruition of your effort being utilized immediately. And here there are different levels that you can achieve in the industry. You start as a domestic installer, which means you can work with private-owned household only. Then after a couple of years of gained experience, you can progress to a commercial installer, working in lodges, hotels, restaurants, factories, you name it, any businesses that is frequented by the public. This then opens a door to another level, which is the industrial installer. You can work with corporate gas distributors, and handle bulk tanks, which supplies of LPG for filling pumps or incinerators. All potential installers